Welcome, dear viewers, to Poetry Blows Your Blues Away. Friends, here is a poem by Sarojini Naidu, The Gift of India, written in 1917, where, interestingly, Mother India talks to England. Whenever I read the poem, my heart swells with pride. Over 1 million Indian soldiers served overseas in the First World War on behalf of Britain. About 70,000 died and about 70,000 were wounded. The India Gate, New Delhi, commemorates the Indian soldiers who lost their lives in the war. The Nightingale of India, Sarojini Naidu, a political activist and a poet, personifies India as a mother representing all the Indian mothers. I think The Gift of India is an apt title. It's an appropriate title because her sons are the ultimate gift to the British. This poem consists of 4 6-line stanzas with AA, BB, CC rhyme scheme. Let us analyze it stanza-wise. Here goes the first stanza. Is there aught you need that my hands withhold? Is there aught you need that my hands withhold? Rich gifts of raiment, or grain, or gold? Lo, I have flung to the east and west priceless treasures torn from my breast, and yielded the sons of my stricken womb to the drum beats of duty, the sabers of doom. This is the first stanza. Mother India is talking to Britain. The poem starts with a poignant question. Have my hands withheld anything you needed? Anything you wanted? Anything, is there aught you need that my hands withhold? She questions. Anything you asked for? Innumerable gifts I have given you. Rich gifts of raiment, meaning garments. Garments, grain or gold. Look, behold, I have flung to the east and west, to the eastern countries and the western countries, priceless treasures, forcibly taken from my breast. It means I hold the soldiers very close to my heart, dear to my heart. They are very dear to me, and I have permitted them to participate in the World War. Here comes the second stanza. Gathered like pearls in their alien graves, silent they sleep by the Persian waves. Scattered like shells on Egyptian sands, they lie with pale brows and brave broken hands. They are stricken like blossoms mown down by chance on the blood-brown meadows of Flanders and France. Look at the magnificent imagery. The similes and metaphors are majestic, very apt, evoking the right emotion in us. Mother India compares the Indians who laid down their lives in the World War to pearls gathered in alien graves, silently sleeping by the Persian waves. Persia is now Iran. It is called Iran now. Sleeping means lying lifeless on the Mediterranean seashore. Another image she gives too is marvelous. They are scattered like shells on Egyptian sands. Their brows are pale, their brave hands are broken. One more grand comparison follows. They are strewn like blossoms, flowers, mown down by chance, destiny. Their bodies are bruised, so they look like flowers. They look like blossoms spread on the meadows of Flanders and France. Fate mowed these blossoms down. Their blood smeared the green meadows of France and turned them brown. Heart-rending is the picture painted by Sarojini Naidu. Next comes the third stanza. Can you measure the grief of the tears I weep, or compass the woe of the watch I keep, or the pride that thrills through my heart's despair, and the hope that comforts the anguish of prayer, and the far sad glorious vision I see of the torn red banners of victory? Again, anguished Mother India puts a series of questions to Britain. Is it possible for you to measure the grief of my tears? Can you compass? Can you comprehend? Can you assess the woe of the watch I keep, the sorrow of my sleepless nights, the sorrow of the sleepless nights I spend awaiting their return? Can you comprehend the pride that thrills me even as I feel the despair? I am torn between hope and despair as I pray for their safe return. You cannot apprehend the anguish of my prayer, says India to England. Here, Mother India visualizes a sad but glorious picture of the blood-stained bodies of the Indian soldiers as the torn red banners of victory. The imagery is heart-rending. The Indians played a key role in bringing victory to Britain. As Thomas Gray famously put it in his elegy, the victorious wade through slaughter to the throne. Now comes the last stanza. When the terror and tumult of hate shall cease, and life be refashioned on anvils of peace, and your love shall offer memorial thanks to the comrades who fought in your dauntless ranks, and you honor the deeds of the deathless ones, the deeds of the deathless ones. Remember the blood of thy martyred sons. Remember the blood of thy martyred sons, says she. After the war is over, when peace prevails, when life starts refashioning itself on the anvils of peace, when you, Britain, start rebuilding, when you offer tribute to the comrades who fought fearlessly and selflessly and laid down their lives in the war, when you honor their sacrifices, do remember to pay proper tribute to your martyred sons, the Indians who died fighting for you. Very gently, India demands Britain to pay reverence to the martyred sons. Today, the erstwhile British colonies are talking about asking Britain for compensation. It was poetically done by Sarojini Naidu long ago. Britain anyway cannot compensate for all the gifts India has given her, yet the most precious gift is the lives of the soldiers who fought on Britain's behalf in alien lands, in the untoward weather, and contributed to the victory. I feel this poem is a must read for all Indians and a reminder to all of us that we should not take our independence for granted. It's our duty to fight all ills, to fight all the ills plaguing India and make it a superpower. That's the best tribute we Indians can pay to all the martyrs and freedom fighters. If we read the poem closely, read between the lines, we see what a horror war is and wish for a peaceful world. That's all for now. See you soon with yet another amazing poem in my next episode. Till then, happy poetry reading.